What if I told you that happiness and wealth are not destinations, but decisions? What if the difference between the life you have and the life you dream about is not luck, not connections, not even talent, but mindset? Some people chase money and lose their peace. Some people chase peace and never build prosperity. But the rare few, the disciplined few, they learn how to build both. If you want to be happy and wealthy, you can't just wish for it. You must become the kind of person who attracts it. Today, I'm going to give you 6 truths, not fantasies, not shortcuts, truths that can transform your life. If you truly want to be happy and wealthy, you must first understand that the battlefield is not out there in the world. It is inside your own mind. Before you chase money, titles, or recognition, you have to conquer your thoughts, because your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. Many people try to change their financial situation without ever changing their mental habits. They want abundance while thinking in scarcity. They want confidence while rehearsing self-doubt. That contradiction keeps them stuck. Mastering your mind means becoming aware of what you allow to live there. It means refusing to let fear rent space in your head without paying a price. It means choosing empowering thoughts even when circumstances are uncomfortable. When your internal dialogue becomes disciplined, your external world begins to shift. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they lack mental control. One negative thought turns into 10. One setback turns into a story of defeat. And before they know it, they've convinced themselves they are incapable. But understand this, your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you constantly tell yourself you're behind, unlucky, or not smart enough, your behavior will reflect that belief. You'll hesitate. You'll procrastinate. You'll avoid opportunities. But when you deliberately train your mind to focus on possibility instead of limitation, something powerful happens. You begin to act differently. You start to see solutions where others see problems. You stop shrinking in rooms and start contributing with confidence. That mental shift alone can change the trajectory of your life. Happiness begins in the mind long before it appears in your bank account. You cannot think bitterness and expect joy. You cannot constantly compare your life to others and expect peace. Mastering your mind requires practicing gratitude daily, not because everything is perfect, but because appreciation strengthens emotional stability. When you are grateful for what you have while working toward what you want, you operate from abundance instead of desperation. Desperation clouds judgment. Abundance sharpens it. A calm, focused mind makes better financial decisions, builds stronger relationships, and attracts opportunities. Emotional control is not weakness. It is strength. The ability to stay composed under pressure separates those who build lasting wealth from those who sabotage it. To master your mind, you must also guard what you consume. The books you read, the conversations you entertain, the media you absorb, all of it programs you. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, gossip, and fear-driven narratives, your thinking will reflect that environment. But if you intentionally feed your mind with knowledge, wisdom, and inspiring perspectives, you begin to elevate your standards, your expectations rise, your self-image strengthens, and your decisions align with growth. Just like you wouldn't eat unhealthy food every day and expect a strong body, you cannot feed your mind junk and expect powerful thinking. Discipline your mental diet. Choose content that stretches you, not content that shrinks you. Another critical part of mental mastery is learning how to respond rather than react. Life will test you. Business deals will fall through. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. In those moments, your first emotional impulse might be anger, fear, or self-doubt. But mastery means pausing. It means taking control of your reaction instead of allowing your reaction to control you. A reactive mind creates chaos. A responsive mind creates strategy. When you remain steady during storms, you protect your decision-making ability. And wealth, real wealth, is built on wise decisions made consistently over time. The person who can stay calm when others panic often sees opportunities that others miss. Composure is not accidental. It is trained. Finally, mastering your mind requires relentless self-belief backed by action, not arrogance, not blind optimism, but a grounded confidence that says, I will figure it out. Self-belief is the engine behind persistence. Without it, you quit too soon. With it, you adapt, you learn, you try again. Every wealthy and fulfilled person had moments of doubt. The difference is they did not let doubt dictate their destiny. They chose faith over fear. They chose growth over comfort. They chose to speak to themselves with power instead of weakness. When you train your mind to believe in your capacity, you unlock resilience. And resilience keeps you moving long enough to win. Master your mind, and you lay the foundation upon which both happiness and wealth are built. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Many people think that motivation is the key to success, but motivation is fleeting. It's emotional, dependent on circumstances, and easily extinguished by setbacks. One day you wake up inspired, the next the smallest inconvenience derails your plans. Discipline, however, is different. Discipline doesn't care about how you feel in the moment. It shows up when you are tired, when results are slow, when no one is watching. Discipline is what allows you to keep moving forward even when excitement has faded. It is the consistent force that turns small daily actions into monumental achievements over time. Without discipline, talent, ideas, and ambition remain dormant. Discipline is the foundation for building wealth because financial success is not instantaneous. It is the result of repeated, purposeful actions done over months and years. Saving money consistently, investing wisely, learning new skills, networking effectively. These are not glamorous or exciting tasks, but they are the bricks of financial freedom. People who rely on bursts of inspiration often start well but quit early. The wealthy, on the other hand, embrace the grind. They understand that habits matter more than feelings, that consistency is the engine of compounding, and that small efforts repeated daily outweigh sporadic genius. Every decision to persist strengthens their path to financial independence. Happiness, too, is cultivated through discipline. Emotional discipline is about controlling your responses rather than letting circumstances control you. It is about choosing patience over irritation, gratitude over envy, and long-term growth over short-term pleasure. Many people sabotage their peace by reacting impulsively to every insult, disappointment, or social media post. They allow others to dictate their mood. But disciplined people create boundaries, manage their energy, and protect their mental and emotional state. Discipline gives you the power to preserve your joy even when life is messy, chaotic, or unfair. A key aspect of discipline is time management. How you spend your hours determines how you spend your life. Without discipline, time slips away in distractions, procrastination, and aimless activity. The wealthy understand the value of prioritizing high-impact tasks, of dedicating time to learning and growth, and of eliminating low-value habits. The happy understand the importance of carving out time for rest, reflection, and relationships. Discipline doesn't just make you productive, it aligns your actions with your goals and ensures that your energy flows toward what truly matters. Time once lost cannot be reclaimed, and discipline is your safeguard against wasting it. Discipline also requires sacrifice. There is always a price for progress. You may have to forego certain pleasures today for a more secure and joyful future. saying no to unnecessary expenses, to distractions, to toxic habits. These choices can feel uncomfortable in the moment, but are investments in your long-term happiness and wealth. Many people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they lack the courage to consistently make the right choices when they are hard. The disciplined mind delays gratification in pursuit of something far greater, understanding that comfort now often leads to struggle later, while discomfort today brings freedom tomorrow. Finally, discipline builds resilience. Life will test your commitment at every turn. Markets fluctuate. Plans fail. People betray trust. Motivation alone will crumble under pressure. But discipline becomes a shield. It keeps you moving even when everything seems against you. It allows you to maintain focus, act strategically, and continue your journey despite adversity. The disciplined person doesn't quit when challenges arise. They adjust, adapt, and persist. Over time, this relentless consistency compounds into extraordinary results, both in happiness and wealth. Discipline is not a temporary tool. It is a way of life, the hidden engine behind every success story. One of the most important truths about wealth is simple: money flows to those who create value. If you want to earn more, you must become more. This doesn't mean merely chasing degrees or collecting titles. It means developing skills, knowledge, and abilities that solve problems and make a difference in the world. The market rewards usefulness. If you can provide solutions, insight, or service that others need, people will seek you out and compensate you accordingly. Conversely, if you rely solely on luck, connections, or charisma without substance, wealth remains elusive. To build both happiness and financial abundance, your focus must always be on increasing your worth, because money is never the starting point. Value is. Increasing your value also requires continuous learning. The world is evolving at a rapid pace. Skills that were valuable 5 years ago may be obsolete today. Those who stop learning stagnate. Those who commit to lifelong growth thrive. Reading books, attending seminars, taking courses, and seeking mentorship are all ways to sharpen your mind and expand your capabilities. Every hour invested in self-improvement compounds over time, much like money in an investment account. As you become more competent, versatile, and knowledgeable, doors begin to open naturally, opportunities appear, and financial rewards follow. Growth in skill directly translates to growth in both income and confidence. Another crucial element of value is character. People want to do business with individuals they trust, respect, and admire. Technical skills alone are insufficient. Integrity, reliability, and empathy are equally important. When you consistently deliver on promises, treat others with respect, and act ethically, your reputation becomes a valuable asset. A strong reputation draws clients, partnerships, and opportunities to you without constant marketing or persuasion. Wealth built on integrity is also sustainable, and happiness naturally follows because you are living in alignment with your principles. Value is not just about what you know, it's about who you are. Communication is another vital skill in increasing your value. Being able to clearly articulate ideas, persuade effectively, and connect with people emotionally multiplies the impact of everything else you do. A brilliant idea left unexpressed is useless. A talent hidden away is invisible. Learning how to communicate well enhances your influence, opens doors, and attracts resources. It also improves personal relationships, which are a key component of happiness. When people understand and respect you, collaboration becomes easier, conflicts are minimized, and opportunities expand. Value and influence grow together. Taking initiative and being proactive also raises your value. Waiting for instructions, assignments, or opportunities signals mediocrity. Leaders, entrepreneurs, and high achievers stand out because they anticipate needs and act before being asked. By identifying problems and providing solutions independently, you demonstrate resourcefulness, creativity, and reliability. These qualities are rare and therefore highly rewarded in both financial and personal realms. When you show that you can create impact without prompting, people will naturally invest in your success financially, emotionally, and socially. Finally, value is tied to impact. The more lives you touch, problems you solve, and improvements you create, the more your worth multiplies. Wealth is rarely a solitary achievement. It comes from contributing something meaningful to others. Happiness also grows from knowing that your life has purpose, that your actions create positive change. Focusing on increasing your value in any field, whether business, art, leadership, or service, aligns your personal growth with the needs of the world. As your value rises, so does your ability to attract both wealth and genuine satisfaction, because the universe rewards those who consistently give more than they take. Happiness and wealth are fragile if your peace is constantly under attack. Many people chase money relentlessly only to find themselves exhausted, anxious, and emotionally bankrupt. You can have a mansion, a luxury car, and a fat bank account, yet still feel miserable if your inner calm is compromised. Peace is the foundation upon which both happiness and wealth are built. Without it, decisions are clouded, relationships suffer, and opportunities are wasted. Protecting your peace is not a luxury. It is a strategic investment in your life. And like any good investment, it compounds over time with care and consistency. One of the first steps to protecting your peace is learning to say no. Not every request, invitation, or opportunity deserves your time or energy. Overcommitting, people pleasing, or chasing validation drains your mental resources and leaves you vulnerable to stress. By setting boundaries, you create a space where focus, creativity, and calmness can flourish. Boundaries aren't selfish, they are essential for maintaining clarity and composure. The person who can say no without guilt is able to say yes to what truly matters, whether it's pursuing a goal, nurturing relationships, or taking time for rest. Another key to peace is controlling what you allow into your mind. Negativity, gossip, and toxic influences are like pollutants in your mental environment. They cloud judgment, fuel anxiety, and diminish confidence. Be deliberate about the company you keep, the media you consume, and the conversations you entertain. Surround yourself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire you, and immerse yourself in ideas that expand your thinking. Just as an investor diversifies assets to reduce risk, you must curate your environment to protect your emotional stability. Peace grows in the right conditions, and chaos erodes it. Learning when to engage and when to walk away is another critical practice. Life will always present conflicts, criticisms, and obstacles. Not every battle requires your energy. Reacting impulsively to negativity only amplifies stress and sows discord. Responding thoughtfully or choosing to disengage entirely preserves your focus and serenity. The wealthy mind recognizes that energy is finite, and strategic withdrawal is sometimes the most powerful move. Protecting your peace doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means choosing which ones are worth your attention. Emotional resilience is closely tied to protecting peace. External events will always fluctuate, but internal stability is your anchor. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or simply taking quiet time to reflect strengthen your ability to remain calm under pressure. When you master emotional control, setbacks no longer derail you. You can act decisively without panic, make rational decisions without being clouded by emotion, and maintain relationships even in tense situations. This mental strength is a multiplier for both happiness and wealth because it allows you to operate at your best consistently. Finally, protecting your peace requires prioritizing long long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. It's easy to sacrifice serenity for temporary excitement, indulgence, or approval from others. Yet, those who safeguard their calm understand that true happiness and wealth are built slowly, deliberately, and sustainably. A clear, composed mind makes smarter decisions, nurtures healthier relationships, and recognizes opportunities that the frantic or distracted overlook. By treating your peace as an invaluable asset, more important than instant rewards or fleeting pleasures, you create the fertile ground where both joy and abundance can grow. If you want to be both happy and wealthy, you must understand one unavoidable truth: comfort zones are expensive. The desire for safety keeps most people stuck in mediocrity. They cling to routines, settle for small paychecks, and avoid challenges that could stretch them. But growth, real growth, demands discomfort. Every breakthrough, every leap forward in life or business requires courage. It means stepping into the unknown, facing uncertainty, and acting despite fear. Wealthy and fulfilled people do not wait for conditions to be perfect. They take calculated risks, knowing that action, not avoidance, leads to opportunity. Fear is a natural companion to risk. It whispers doubts, magnifies failure, and tempts you to retreat. But fear is not the enemy. In fact, it is often a sign that you are on the right path. The key is to act in spite of fear, not in the absence of it. Every successful individual has experienced fear, rejection, and failure, but the difference lies in persistence. Those who allow fear to dominate remain trapped in stagnation, while those who confront it learn, adapt, and move forward. Taking risks builds confidence because with each challenge faced, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. Bold risks also open doors that comfort never can. Waiting for permission or for circumstances to be perfect often results in missed opportunities. Starting a business, changing careers, leaving a toxic environment, or pursuing a dream requires stepping into the unfamiliar. You cannot expect extraordinary results from ordinary actions. Financial freedom and personal fulfillment are rarely handed to those who play it safe. When you act boldly, you not only increase your potential for wealth, but also experience personal growth, resilience, and a sense of accomplishment. Key ingredients of lasting happiness. Calculated risk requires preparation. It's not about being reckless or impulsive. It's about doing your homework, understanding the stakes, and making informed decisions. Study your market, assess your abilities, and create contingency plans. This approach minimizes unnecessary loss while maximizing potential gain. The wealthy don't gamble blindly. They invest intelligently in opportunities with upside. Similarly, happiness is nurtured when we step beyond fear in ways that align with our values. Courage paired with wisdom is a combination that leads to sustainable success in both money and life satisfaction. Risk-taking also strengthens your adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances often force us into situations that challenge our skills, patience, and resolve. By consistently taking risks, you learn to navigate uncertainty with skill rather than panic. You build mental flexibility, strategic thinking, and problem-solving abilities. These qualities allow you to handle financial fluctuations, career shifts, and personal challenges without losing composure or giving up. Adaptability is a superpower in life. It turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. Finally, risk-taking fosters a deep sense of fulfillment and self-respect. There is unparalleled satisfaction in looking back and realizing you dared greatly, tried boldly, and refused to be limited by fear. Comfort may feel safe, but it never offers that feeling of true achievement. Bold action creates stories, experiences, and milestones that enrich life beyond financial measures. Happiness is not merely a byproduct of comfort. It is earned through courage, resilience, and the willingness to step beyond what is familiar. By embracing calculated risks, you align yourself with both wealth and joy, because the most meaningful rewards in life exist on the other side of fear. True wealth and happiness do not come from following someone else's blueprint. Society, media, and even well-meaning friends often define success in terms of status, possessions, or approval. But if you chase someone else's definition, you will always feel incomplete. The key to lasting fulfillment is defining success on your own terms. Ask yourself, what does happiness genuinely feel like for me? What kind of life do I want to wake up to every morning? What does wealth mean in my reality? Is it freedom, security, creativity, or time with loved ones? When you answer these questions honestly, you create a personal compass that guides every decision, protects your peace, and ensures your efforts align with your values. Defining your own success also prevents comparison, which is one of the greatest thieves of happiness. In a world obsessed with likes, follows, and external validation, it is easy to measure yourself against others, but comparison only creates envy, dissatisfaction, and distraction. By setting your own standards, you focus on your journey rather than someone else's highlight reel. Happiness grows when you measure progress against your personal benchmarks, not the achievements of those around you. Similarly, wealth becomes a tool to serve your life rather than a number to impress others. Internal clarity replaces external noise, and that clarity is invaluable. Once you define your version of success, you gain the courage to make choices that truly matter. You begin to say no to things that distract you from your goals, and yes to actions that fuel your growth. You stop living reactively and start living intentionally. Every investment of time, money, and energy becomes aligned with your vision, which creates momentum. The wealthy and fulfilled understand that intentional living is the shortcut to meaningful results. When your actions reflect your values, effort feels lighter and progress feels more satisfying. You are no longer chasing an illusion. You are building a life that feels authentic. Defining success also brings resilience. Life will always throw challenges your way, financial setbacks, health struggles, or unexpected changes. But when you know what truly matters, you are less likely to be derailed. Obstacles become temporary, and failures become lessons. Happiness persists because your sense of purpose is rooted in your own principles, not external approval. Wealth persists because you continue taking steps that align with your vision, even when the path is uncertain. Your personal definition of success acts as a stabilizing anchor during storms. Happiness and wealth are not mutually exclusive. They reinforce each other when pursued with intentionality. Money is a tool, not the goal, and peace is the foundation, not a byproduct. By defining success for yourself, you integrate both into your life naturally. You understand that financial achievements are meaningful only if they contribute to your well-being, relationships, and sense of purpose. Likewise, happiness becomes richer when paired with the freedom and security that wealth can provide. You start to live in a way where money serves joy, not the other way around. Finally, defining success on your own terms allows you to live without regret. When you make decisions based on your own values and aspirations, you no longer wonder, what if I had, or why didn't I? Each choice becomes an act of alignment with the life you truly want. This intentional approach fosters confidence, satisfaction, and peace of mind. Wealth becomes a reflection of your efforts and decisions, and happiness becomes the natural outcome of living authentically. Success, then, is no longer a vague goal imposed by others. It is a life fully designed by you, a life that nourishes both prosperity and joy simultaneously. So, if you want to be happy and wealthy, remember this: it starts with you. Master your mind, build discipline, increase your value, protect your peace, take bold risks, and define success on your own terms. These are not shortcuts, and they are not guarantees. They are choices. Every day, you decide who you will become and what life you will create. Happiness and wealth are not accidents. They are earned by those who are intentional, courageous, and relentless. Choose to show up even when it's hard. Choose to rise above fear, doubt, and distraction. Choose to become the person capable of the life you dream about. The question is not whether the world will give you happiness or wealth. The question is whether you will claim it for yourself. Step into your power, act with purpose, and live a life that proves your dreams were never too big. The time to start is now, and the life you desire is waiting for you to decide that you are ready.